Today's news, EXO Lay furious at sasaengs in China and warns them never to repeat their actions.
There were 2 incidents recently that happened to poor little old Lay in China, with sasaengs harassing him or attempting to break into his hotel, or also bringing camera gear into a drama shoot.
Poor little old Lay, poor Lay, holy crap. Sasaengs, you need to lay off. You need to exit. I feel genuinely terrible for Lay for this, because this crap is cray. These people are cray. You don't need to go find Lay, you need to find a therapist.
This does seem to be the flip side of having extreme success in China as a K-pop star, having to deal with the way that they are over there. The police have less control, which, as a person who looks at things globally, I can now slightly understand a bit more why the Chinese government is the way it is.
It's not just China though, it's everywhere. If you are somebody that's so popular and that's so huge, you are going to have crazy, insane fans that are following you. PewDiePie just posted a video this past week, saying, "Stop coming to my house."
It's not the same thing. We're talking about people going to a hotel that doesn't have a lot of security versus, for instance, in the United States, you're not going to be able to get away with that. Or if the police are called and they show up, because this article said that they eluded police even after they arrived, the police arriving, and they still didn't get caught. At 4 a.m., they were still bugging him. That's not the way it works here. If the police are called here at 11 p.m. and 5 hours later the police are still at the hotel and they can't find the people that are bugging the person that called the police, they're 2 different things. And by the way, the PewDiePie comparison is not the same thing either, because that's his personal house. This is China we're talking about. The rules are not as enforceable there. It's a really unfortunate situation that this is where K-pop stars make a lot of their money, because they gotta go to China and then they gotta deal with the craziness that is China. We were only there briefly and neither of us had a good experience in China. And people ask us, "Oh, did you visit China when you lived in Korea because you lived there for 7 or 8 years?" And the answer was no. We went to the other countries around China that have nicer beaches and the people are a little bit nicer, a little bit more laid back.
We were usually trying to get away from the people,
Right.
or the large masses of people when we would go on vacation.
It's terrible that this happened to Lay, and I feel bad for him, and I feel bad for anyone that has to go over there as a person of status or a person that is in the limelight, a celebrity, because all the Korean stars are going to China. I think if you're from a westernized country, it's really hard to understand, especially if you haven't been to Asia, and in particular China, to really comprehend what it's like. Because it's more difficult to enforce all of the things that, for instance, are enforced in the United States. Now in the US, I think we have too many laws, and I don't think laws solve problems, but I also think you could have all those same laws in China and they would not be enforceable. And so getting, for instance, hotel security to be really adamant about making sure every single person is safe, they can't there. There's too many people. There's too many everything.
And if I was Lay, I would be absolutely terrified.
If I was a K-pop star in general, I mean, I don't know how G-Dragon, for instance, can go over to China and feel secure. I mean, he must really pay a lot of security guards to just surround him at all times, unless he's in a secure area where the door is quadruple bolted. And I'm just being honest, and I'm not criticizing China. I'm just sort of trying to set the scene so that way viewers can have a better idea, if you don't know what it's like, just from a little bit of dialogue that she and I are having. Who's a fan of Lay, and how do you feel when you hear this news about Lay being stalked not once but twice in China in the same visit? Comments.
It just makes me scared to go to China.
No, you can go to China. They're not going to be after you. It's K-pop stars.
Yes, I know.
Click the like button, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for supporting us. And don't forget to subscribe for more Hallyu Back news. That's it. We're out of here. Hasta luego.
Bye.